Hi, I'm Emily, and my project was to write game music and implement it into Unreal Engine. Before I began writing any music, I built up a sample town and forest scene using a medieval village asset pack. I wrote two songs for the project, that being a town theme that would play upon entering the village, and a battle theme that would play upon encountering a monster. Here's how it turned out. In Unreal Engine, you can place waveform audio files as audio source actors to play in the scene. Unreal offers attenuation settings for audio source objects, which allow you to control the radius of the audio range and the fall-off radius for fade in and fade out. These come in several shapes and functions, and each setting can be individually adjusted. I set a large attenuation sphere around the town and a smaller radius around each monster. I also added another audio source with forest ambience and set the attenuation as a box that covers the entire span of the sample scene. When inputting a song in the level, you can also edit the audio source itself and should make sure to adjust the volume to your liking and make it loop if you want the song to play continuously. I used Musescore to write both of my songs. For the town theme, I was going for a Celtic inspired fantasy song that one could imagine being played in the local tavern. I picked instruments prevalent in Celtic and fantasy music, including the Irish flute, mandolin, strings, bagpipe, tambourine, and more. I also found inspiration from such games as Hades, Hollow Knight, and the Final Fantasy series for the town theme. For the battle theme, I was going for a more modern, rock inspired, energetic song using simulated guitars and bass, while keeping some similar instruments like the flute, strings, and tambourine to try to keep a connected identity with the town theme. I found inspiration from games like the Pokemon series, Final Fantasy, Hollow Knight, and Persona 5.